2 minutes, and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. This is from my live stream. So we're gonna start off by going to here, right? If you're farming next to another player, oops, and you both got an assigned lane, you should ask yourself, are we about to fight or do an objective? If the answer is no, then go to where you should be. Don't just stand there. This game, that happened while I was mid. Absolutely nothing I can do mid if my entire team is mid and we're not fighting. I'm gonna fall behind, I'm not gonna get experience, I'm not gonna get card experience, I can't roam, so I'm gonna lose. This game has happened, right? I was a part of a ridiculous percentage of our kills early, and instead I had to go clean up lanes. I had to set lanes for Countess, I had to set lanes for Sparrow, I had to set lanes for Decker, because Decker was just sitting there by herself setting lanes, which is ridiculous. We can go through, dude. I can go through for days on these. Let's use the mouse. Right here. Again, if I click on this game, it's going to be somebody didn't set lanes, somebody didn't rotate, someone didn't switch. It's because they all think they're the best players in the world. Where is my name? Oh, it's Decker. Countess, this is a game where people set lanes that put pressure on the map and allow me to roam, right? This is the kind of game you expect out of somebody who has a good team. But anytime you play mid and your off lane loses and then proceeds to not put any pressure on the map, you're in a 1v3 in the mid lane, and you can't ward, you can't kill people, you can't roam, you can't do anything because you don't have vision. So we're gonna discuss this here. We're just gonna use my last game as an example. Skip the draft, it doesn't matter. I'll probably increase the speed to like 4 times speed, 2 times speed, something. And we're just gonna pause it at key moments. So boop boop. You could probably speed it up a little bit faster. This doesn't matter. This part doesn't matter. This is actually one of my worst games too, to show as an example, because I'm actually gonna miss a lot of these CS. But that's not the point. I don't really care. She's poking me, so I couldn't just stand there. I had to move around. The second I started moving around, she just started blowing all of her mana because she couldn't hit me anymore. Didn't even have to use the health pot or anything. There's Grux missing his gank. The shout out to these people to watch out for the Grux. I'm living. We're running away. I'm checking both buffs. So what's happening here, right? We got pressure here, we got pressure here, and I'm able to go to both buffs. Now I could probably go over here, but it's early enough that I know that Countess doesn't have any wards, and they're gonna have wards covering my pathing over there, so I'm not gonna get a gank off this early, probably. Maybe some games I might, but I'm guessing most games it's just a no. So Grux tries again, Grux fails again. I just keep farming, I warn her that that's gonna happen. And somehow she's still... So everything's going okay so far, right? There's pressure. Somehow I died in 2v1, I'm not sure how that happened. But sometimes the safe lane just isn't safe. I set that guy up so good for that too. And they just went and died. Okay, so right here, let's take control. Let's take control of this with the controller. Hello, controller? How do I hide this? Okay, the controller's not working. Unfortunate. So let's just use this then. Ooh, I don't know how to go up and down with this. Okay, I have to go up and go over. I'll just click on my name. Whatever. So let's look to see what they're doing. Now if they get this kill, this is okay, right? It's always good to get kills. So let's watch what happens. They don't get the kill, right? I'm on my way to this lane. I'm literally right here with a bunch of minions. And instead... Oh, this time they left. Oh, they didn't leave. So why did the other team have 4 people here? That's the question. That's the problem that we're running into in these games. Why did they have 4 people? We can go back. Go back and pause. Why does their team have 1, 2, 3... Wait. 1, 2, 3... Alright, I'm confused. Oh. Is that guy just up in the jungle? Maybe it's just 3 people. Why do they have 3 people here? It's because... If we go over yonder... If it lets us. Look at all these minions coming right up to our lane. With no countess. Right? Countess? Hello? Hello? There's Countess. Okay, so it was just laggy. But she just walked away from these minions. If you put pressure... That explains why we couldn't see all 4 of them. There was 1, 2, 3, 4. If you put pressure in this lane, after you've lost your tower, you just farm it, you just shove it as hard as you can, and then rotate. It forces them to answer, right? Like, going to get that kill doesn't do anything. The Yin is still mid. The Countess is still mid. Oh, not the Yin, the Fae. The Yin's farming the jungle because she's a dick. But if she cleared this before she did that, she would have gotten tower damage. And she could have came over now and gotten kills off of it. But we can just keep watching at this pace at this point. Because now I have Chimera and a soak experience for a brief second. Pretty sure eventually we get Decker in there too. Oh, we're going super slow-mo. See right here where the wave crashed? That's where you roam. You don't just stay over there. And hell, why don't you just lane swap? Why don't you go over here? And those 2 go over there. Right? 9 minutes in. Both towers are dead. Our T1, their T1. Like, why even give them the option to roam? Just keep our support and our carry over here. Doesn't seem that complicated. We're doing Raptors, which is good. We're dying at Raptors. Trying to help as much as I can, but I have no mana for spells. I think we get all the kills here though. All the kills we need. It worked out. Decker was gonna take that fucking... Like, Decker right here needs to be with her. We're not gonna kill this tower. Me and Decker aren't gonna kill this tower. We're not even gonna threaten it. She's just soaking experience from me. It's such a bad thing to do, dude. It's such a terrible... Terrible, 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 terrible way to play. Now we got Sparrow doing the same thing. Like, all this time that these people are here, not only are they putting me behind, like, I was winning this lane in experience terms. Like, Faye had to go back at one point. She's still the same level as me. I got like 2 waves over her. But our solo laner is 2 levels behind their solo laner. Because she missed like, so much CS doing whatever the hell she was doing. And they took our T1 in the process of people not setting. So, I don't know, dude. You gotta pay attention. Like in this case for this team, right? So the way the map's set up, the people that need the Raptors are on the other side. Hi Raptors. They need these. So when they take their T1, and this T1 probably dies at about the same time, just switch lanes, dude. Just call it good, man. Just fucking, okay, well, we're gonna switch lanes now, we're gonna do this and that. Don't piss around the map, like, it just doesn't make sense to do. Like, you're killing any advantage we had for killing that tower. And you're boning me, look at this. How am I supposed to roam off of all these people around mid? I can't do anything here. I can't go in on that. That's at best a 2v4. There's nothing I can do to help that guy in that situation. We're losing all the river buffs. Like 9 minutes in was when they should have switched, and they didn't. So we're losing literally everything. Any advantage that we could have had just evaporates based on laning decisions. And it happens the same time too, right? I can show you any of these games. It happens at the same exact time. It's always about 9 minutes in that they should have lane swapped and they don't. And then there's always people just soaking experience mid and everybody falls behind in levels. Watch personal. So just pay attention, dude. Like, that's all you gotta do. We can even skip. I think it's about 7 minutes in is when the T1s are normally dead in the side lanes. So let's zoom out to the mid. Let's look. We'll go about 7 minutes in. Okay, not this game because I'm killing someone somewhere. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. But if we speed this up, what are we, orange? Yeah. If we speed this up, this tower dies. See this though? Do you see what I'm talking about? So 1, 2, 3 people on their team are near me. We have 1 person on my team near me. That's because Yin's by herself, putting absolutely no pressure on an empty lane. There's nobody coming, Yin. A little map awareness tells you that there's nobody coming. So what happens? I just died, dude. I mean, we trade off of it because people show up. But if Yin's pushing, she gets this tower in this time, right? She got that. She's had what? 30 seconds now? It's gonna take her more than a minute to kill this tower when she had everything going for her to take it. And then these guys are gonna shove this lane out. What are you doing? You're not gonna threaten the tower, just get out. Just go somewhere else. Don't shove mid. Shoving mid is a terrible decision. Our tower dies. This tower doesn't. So I'm gonna come over and help this guy kill people, hopefully. Hopefully. But this guy is like a giant pussy. He's terribly afraid. So we're not gonna get either of these kills. Just throw your sword, dude. That's all you needed to do there. Just catch her with your sword.
Enemy tower destroyed.
But you didn't. We finally got that lane. So now we're hitting the 9-minute mark. And we'll watch what happens, right? I have to go back to get mana, I think. So we can speed this up a little bit. Oops, that's down. Hello? Okay. So our tower died. We have no presence over here at all. So all they have to do is push up these couple of minions. And my lane becomes a... How many? 3-on-1. Let's just watch. So they're pushing. I'm stomping my lane, by the way. I don't know if you see this. I'm juking all of her shit. Shoving it down her throat. Right here, I can roam normally. No wards. No wards. Nowhere to go. So we'll go back. Finish off a card. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Nobody's in your lane, dude. They're coming around, but there's nobody there. See that if you warded, buddy. And again, it's these guys should be over here, and this guy should be over here at this point. It might take a minute for this to be a real problem. I think these guys are gonna die because Kwang's a pussy.
An enemy has been slain.
Anyway, maybe it took longer this game. But the point is, this pissed me off right here. Just throw your sword when I fucking thunder in place.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't make me chase her down. The point is, the sideline pressures are probably the most important thing in winning a game. It's not deathballing the second you get a tower down, or stacking mid and standing around like idiots. The team that stands around like idiots in mid lane and they don't get the tower when they have 3 or 4 like that. When you stand there like that, you're just splitting resources that you don't have to split. And there's a finite number of resources in the game for you to take. Like if you look at their team, one person, one person, one person, one person, one person. The second this guy gets back, this guy's going over here. That's all you have to do. She's gonna ult me and not even kill me. Silly, silly, silly. And here you go. That's where this starts stacking up on me because this guy's not pushing hard enough. And I don't know what that lady was thinking. She was thinking Yen's health isn't updating in the spectator mode. But yeah, I give up. This is just me ranting because I'm fucking frustrated about this. There's no reason their team should have 4 people here and we don't even get a tower out of it. That's crazy, dude. That's just flat out dumb. So that's where I'm gonna cut the stream off. I give up.